The ocean was a graveyard of broken dreams. For 3 days, waves had tossed our ship like a child's toy, driving us off course and out of supplies. When the vessel finally hit the rocks, I knew we were no longer in the azure sea. Somewhere below, the sergeant major was saying a prayer. I felt the same way. Not for me, but for my fictional character. Because this story is not true. It never happened, and now we were officially lost. As night fell, the island took on a life of its own. Strange shadows seemed to move through the trees. But when we called out, there was no reply. Only the sound of the surf answered us. Dawn found us still alive, though the storm had taken its toll. Corporal Jones was missing, presumed dead, and as we made our way inland, the jungle grew thicker, the trees more gnarled, but something else was there, too. Something ancient and evil. We soon came across what appeared to be an ancient city, crumbling ruins overgrown with vines. There was something very wrong here. Later, we found what might have been a temple, or maybe it was a tomb. Either way, it radiated an evil that made the hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. What had happened to the people who lived here? Why had they vanished? And why were we being stalked by these shadows? Was this some kind of purgatory? Had we died and gone to hell? Suddenly, a twig snapped behind me. I whirled around, adrenaline surging, and saw only a monkey. Relief flooded me, quickly, followed by shame. How could I have been so scared of a silly monkey? But then the ground rumbled beneath my feet. A low growl echoed through the trees. Something big was out there. Something powerful. The sergeant major clutched his rosary beads, muttering a prayer. The corporal held his rifle at the ready. I felt a primal fear grip me, a terror that had nothing to do with the jungle or whatever beast lurked within it. It was a fear of the unknown, of the darkness that pressed in around us, of the evil that seemed to ooze from the very stones beneath our feet. And then I saw them, two glowing eyes, like hot coals, burned through the gloom. They were close, too close. I stumbled back, knocking over a crumbling statue that toppled from its pedestal with a sickening crack. The eyes blinked slowly, and whatever was out there stirred, shifting in the undergrowth. We stood frozen, caught in the glare of those infernal eyes. The growl rumbled again. Closer this time, and the leaves parted as something emerged, shambling, lurching forward. I fired blindly into the darkness, the jungle echoing with the staccato bark of my weapon. Then it was upon us, a hulking monstrosity that seemed to embody all the evil of the island. The beast lunged, and I felt a surge of triumph as I plunged my bayonet deep into its chest. It roared, a sound that tore at my soul, and fell. But my triumph was short-lived. The beast was gone, vanished into thin air, leaving me trembling in the suffocating darkness. I don't want to tell you what happened next because I'm still too afraid. As the sun rose, I saw the monster's body lying where it had fallen, except it wasn't a monster at all, but Corporal Jones. Somehow he had turned into the very embodiment of evil, and the only way to stop him was to kill him. To hear more terrifying tales from the front lines of hell, stay tuned for more stories from Tales from the Dark Multiverse. Until then, remember, some monsters are born of darkness, but some are born of the light.